This is Jamie Mayrich. Welcome to Jamie's Craft Table. Today I'd like to show you how I made this card. I made this card for my mom. I haven't been able to get it to her yet, but I'm going to film this video and then I'm going to send it off a little late since I've not been able to visit her. Okay, so then all we need consumables is a scrap of Whisper White and a card base of thick, which is 5.5 by 8.5, scored and folded at 4 1/4. Okay, so for stamp sets, these little flowers were ones that I just had left over from another project when I did another card, and they are from Free as a Bird. I'll try to replicate them. I'm not sure I'm going to get them exactly right. And then I'm going to add birthday wishes and this butterfly from Butterfly Wishes to this card. But the majority of this card is made with the Healing Hugs. You could use one of these sentiments if you wanted. I just don't want a get well card. I want a birthday card or thinking of you card or something like that instead. Okay, and colors. I have Balmy Blue, Pear Pizzazz, Daffodil Delight, Melon Mambo, and Soft Suede. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is bring in the soft suede and that scrap paper, and I didn't even get the stamps out yet. Let's get some stamps out. I need this one. Make sure with these new stamps that you're getting under the sticker so you don't pull it off the foam. Okay, those two from there. And then we need these ones. A lot of stamps today. That's alright. Means we're using them. It's a good thing, right? Not sitting in our cupboard collecting dust. This one I think I want. And birthday wishes. I might double load this one because I have another block it'll fit on. No, this is not Stampin' Up, but I'll use it anyway. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to bring in these two little flowers first. I'm going to bring in my soft suede ink. And I'm going to stamp this bud 3 times and then the little flower a couple times. These have to be fussy cut out, so that's all I used on there. Okay, so we're done with those. We're done with the soft suede ink. Okay, now we're going to bring in this leaf. And I'm going to use Pear Pizzazz. I'm not sure that's the color I used. I can't remember. I'm going to stamp a couple of these leaves. I think I only need one. I'm going to stamp a second one just in case. Okay, for that part I only need the one. Okay. And then I'm going to bring this in, the rose, and the Daffodil Delight, and the Melon Mambo, and I'm going to bring in one of those little sponge daubers. Let's get this arranged so I can have a little bit of room here. Okay, so I'm going to ink up my rose. Make sure it's clean, not got glitter on it. Ink it up. And I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to pick up my dauber. I'm going to get some of the Melon Mambo ink. And I'm going to just dauber a little bit of this Melon Mambo ink in a couple of spots. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and stamp it. Perfect. Alright. Done with the Melon Mambo. Set that aside for a minute. We're going to bring this piece in. This is our card front. We're going to bring in, I'm going to wipe this rose off so I don't get Melon Mambo ink in my Daffodil Delight. Let's wash it off on my chamois. I'm picking up glitter from somewhere. Okay, so I'm going to stamp that right in the center. Maybe a little bit. I'm going to just stamp it right in the center. So it's going to be a little bit different on this card. I apologize in advance. My nails I cannot get them clean. I've been working in my garden and are dirt stains. Bring in the Pear Pizzazz. And I'm going to stamp a couple of these leaves. And it's alright if stuff overlaps this yellow rose because we're going to cut that other one out and set it right on top of it. It's not going to be exactly the same layout as the other one, but that's alright. Alright, and oh, I didn't need that one. This one here. I'm going to stamp this a couple times here. And the reason we're cutting out those leaves is so we can hide that. If you masked it, you wouldn't need to add anything else. You could have just done it without adding any layer at all. Okay. Then I'm going to bring in the Balmy Blue. And this little checker thing. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to add a couple of those across the back. It's really light. Again, it doesn't matter if you're stamping over the rose because we're covering it up. Okay. I'm going to bring in a Wink of Stella or a water brush. I prefer the Wink of Stella because it doesn't pill my paper as bad. I'll bring in the Pear Pizzazz ink. I'm going to get a little of that Pear Pizzazz onto that block. You can use it from the lid if you'd rather. I don't like to get that ink in my lid. I like it to stay clean. We're just going to paint in these leaves a little bit. Try to stay in the lines and like what I just did. This Wink of Stella is a little drier. Let me get a little more. There we go. More Wink of Stella in it. See how it flows much nicer when it's got the ink in it. Okay, so I'm gonna put you on pause. I'll come back once I've done all these leaves, and I'm also going to use the Melon Mambo to color in these flowers in the same exact way, and I'll be right back when that is done. Okay, I've done the leaves. I thought I'd come back and show you how I did these flowers, just so you see it. And I'm going to use the same Pizzazz ink on the leaf part. These little buds. Wipe this block off. Back a little bit of the Melon Mambo. I don't need that much, but alright. And then we're going to color these in the same way, just a little bit. These are going to be much brighter, but that's alright. I like the bright color. See, I really did not need all that ink, because that one pickup I can do all three of those. And I'm doing just a little bit of darkness in the center, and then it comes off of the brush a little bit. It gets lighter and lighter as the ink wears off, and then I'm just working my way out to the tips. Okay, now I need to fussy cut these out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I think pretty much everybody knows how to cut out, but I'll bring our paper snips. I'm not great at it, but basically you want to move your paper more than your scissors. Try to hold your scissors still. I do leave like a 1/16 of an inch or 32nd of an inch white space. The least amount of times that you open and close your scissors, the smoother your cut is going to be. And as soon as I'm done cutting these all out, I will be right back. Okay, I've got all those cut out. I'm going to decide, I think, whether or not I want to put a butterfly on here. I'm not sure. I'm going to go ahead and try it. I'm going to use the soft suede. Make sure it's inked up well. Right there. Yeah, I think I want it right here. Okay. And I'm going to come in with the same soft suede and do the sentiment down on this corner. Again, make sure it's inked well. Okay, now let's put this card together. I'm going to bring in some dimensionals. I'm going to put them on the back of our rose, on the back of one of these leaves. Okay, I'm going to start with the rose. I'm going to take the backs off. And I'm going to line this up with the rose that we've already stamped on there. Okay, set it down. This one with the dimensionals. I'm going to put up in here. If you want to alter it from what's already stamped there, you can. I'm going to just go over the ones that are there. Okay. Some more leaves here. I gotta decide if I want to add another leaf in there or not. I may or may not. Let's bring in our Tombow Mono Multi Glue, and I'm going to add just a tiniest little dot of glue on the back. That's actually more than I need. So I'm just going to take this other one and pick up some of that glue. And then I'm going to put one of these down here. One of them up here. A little dot of glue on the back of these. Oh, this is a new bottle and it's coming out fast. And put these down here. And turn them. Okay, and then this little guy, get tucked underneath. Get in there. Okay, and that hides the ends of that one. And I don't think I need this other one. However, since I have it, let's put some glue in the back. Add it to the inside of our card. There we go. There's the card we just made together. Here's the one I did previously. And the one thing I didn't add was the bow. And I used some baker's twine from Celebration. I just took 3 strands. It's got to be probably about 14 inches long. Yeah, about 13 inches. And I made a bow. Probably didn't need to be that long. It probably could have been more like 11 inches each strand, but and this is too big. I want to make it smaller, but it's not budging, so there we go. There we go. It's catching on that gold. Spread it out just a little bit. Bring in a glue dot. Tuck that in here. A little closer. Trim up the ends. There we go. Well, thank you for joining me at Jamie's Craft Table. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope you can find a little bit of time to play with some stamps, ink, and paper.